Need for Speed 2017's hype train is pumping along the rails, and it has NOS, so it's going quick because it's probably an American muscle car. Right, let's get into it. First thing I just want to mention, you may have noticed Need for Speed updated their Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook pages with this new kind of style, the new Need for Speed logo. It looks a little bit different to the normal, and then also a new background. You may remember from the last Need for Speed, they had a banner which didn't make any sense whatsoever, but when you adjusted the brightness and stuff of the image, you could actually see image in the background. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. At the minute, they just have the blank background. There's literally nothing there. I've checked. There's nothing there. But my assumption is that at some point, they're going to replace it, and we're not going to know about it. And at 1 minute, we're going to be like, we should probably check. I'm going to check every day now. You know that. Check every day because I want an image. But something that is on the YouTube banner right now is the T for Teen rating. Now, that does mean the game has got a rating thus far because they've gone over some of the storyline, the progression, and just how it actually plays. Is it kind of aggressive feeling? And they thought, you know what? It needs to be a teen. Now, the last game, I believe, was also a teen, meaning it was ages 12 and 13 if you're in the UK, because we don't say T for Teen. We say 12 or 13, we use Peggy, it's different. But I think the consistency of this rating and the last game's rating pretty much being the same is that they're trying to aim for that market now, rather than having an E for everyone, or 3 or a 7, something like that, which is generally what racing games go for, because they want more people to be like, yeah, I can pick it up, and little Jimmy will be okay playing this one. But quite honestly, most people don't care about age ratings. It doesn't affect sales that much. If a kid wants a game, a parent doesn't look and go, oh, that's a 12. You can't have that one. Honestly, my parents didn't give a damn. Let me know in the comments, does any of your parents actually care about the age rating of the game? That was really annoying when I was 18, I didn't have ID, and I couldn't pick up The Last of Us Collector's Edition. I had to buy it from a shop, because that's the only place that... Going off topic, but it shows they're trying to be more gritty, more realistic, more down to earth when it comes to street racing, because in the end, street racing is what? Street racing. It's illegal. If you go onto their Twitter, it actually tells you why they got the teen rating thus far. We don't know if it's got the final rating as of yet, but it's got a rating, so let's go off of what they say. Teen with language and mild violence. So this could mean many things. Violence with cars, or violence as in violence between the characters. One thing I loved in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 and Carbon, there was more aggression, there was more grittiness there. Looks like we're actually going to be possibly getting that grittiness back again. And the violence. And swearing on top of it. I don't think we've had swearing in Need for Speed before, but you can actually swear in a 12-year-old game. There are many games I've played. For example, Jak 2, you know, Jak and Daxter. I can't remember a lot of them off the top of my head, but obviously the lower the age rating, the better for the people that they're going to get more sales generally. But it seems here they're trying to make a balance and say, you know what, we should go for a mid-tier rating and get some actual grittiness back in there. So that's one thing I found. I thought that was a pretty cool thing to find. Veilside said he hopes there's canyon battles, which, I mean, I've got to agree with you right here. Canyon battles would be absolutely awesome. If you don't remember, Carbon canyon battles were some of the coolest bloody things you can actually have. Like, the fear of actually possibly falling off, and those races were very difficult. With the whole fact that there's like more aggression or more grittiness, also we assume there's violence and language, you'd assume there's more grittiness, you would assume maybe some of the races are going to be a little bit harder because the age is designed for, I mean, it's probably, let's be honest, age ratings generally don't matter. Most people, like even me as a kid, I didn't get restricted to what games I could pick up. Obviously, you have to have some form of ID when you're buying games as a kid, but usually the game comes out in November. Most kids would ask their parents for it for Christmas. It's just how these generally work. But either way, back to the point, grittiness, canyon battles, falling off the mountain, crashing out, being absolutely destroyed, I had to restart the race, you getting angry. I think this could be a whole roller coaster of like, okay, they're going to aggression. Canyon battles is a very good eye because there were mountains in the background of the picture you saw. Add body kits for all cars, not only ones like Rocket Bunny, but also fictional ones like they did in old Need for Speed games. Now, this they actually did in the last game, if you didn't know. There were actual Need for Speed licensed body parts in the game. And I don't know if those body kits as such, but there were body parts. Overall, it made a cool body kit. So I would love there to be more Need for Speed branded body kits. Back in the day, there used to be a lot more in, for example, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Carbon. There were a lot of them, and you could auto sculpt them and change them. I wouldn't really necessarily want auto sculpt. I mean, it would be awesome, but at the same time, you could just have more parts that are just maybe one's bigger than the other, you know? Probably easier to do it that way. Most people just go to one extreme or the other, so there isn't much point, you know? So either way, I would like to see some more of Ghost's body kit stuff. That would be actually pretty cool. I hope there's quite a lot more, because some of the Ghost stuff, in my opinion, is some of the best stuff. I think you completely missed the fact there's a freaking plane in the picture leading up to airport races in Need for Speed Underground 2. An airport is just something perfect for a racing game, especially if you can actually go inside the airport. It's been done in Need for Speeds and Forzas and everything for the longest time, because airports are just, it's a runway. It's designed for planes to get up to speed and take. It's just the perfect place. You know what? In Need for Speed, I want the Fast and Furious runway. That would be, you know, that went on forever. That would be perfect for a racing game. Do it, please, Ghost. A few people on Twitter pointed out that I actually missed something pretty significant in the whole article lock-in thing. Well, at the end of the article, you may remember, it says, "Here's to a brighter future together." It very clearly states that there's going to be some light in the game. Again, already in the article it mentioned that there may possibly be day or nighttime cycle in there, but they say a brighter future together, so pretty sure that's a big hint that I just went way over the top of my head. There's probably more. We should probably look through. I'm going to look through it again. I've got one, lads. I've got one. Privileged to be driving it forward. Means there's probably going to be cars. Amazing. One thing I wanted to go back and talk on is where they said that customization will play a bigger role than ever. Not quote, but pretty much saying that. I wanted to go back on that because that's a huge point. If you remember, the last game was very big on customization, returning to customization, going full out with customization. And not only that, it did it so it was authentic customization. That was the main press of that one. This one, they don't mention authentic as such, so maybe that again means there's going to be more Need for Speed parts, or maybe out of the blue parts. We got mentions of off-roading, so if Need for Speed and customization, hold the two, don't forget the Need for Speed and customization, and then the off-roading, I don't have three hands, so I can't. If you combine all of them, maybe we've got some crazy off-roading in Need for Speed coming. Again, I don't know. I'm particularly hoping that it doesn't go out of the complete stupid blue and make it absolutely extremely stupid, because personally I think Need for Speed should still have that ground of, okay, that's actually possible. That's kind of what I like about the game compared to a lot of the others. It's still grounded, although it's the extreme, it's still somewhat grounded. But I mean, if you look back, Most Wanted, driving around, the cops just forget where you are, what your car looks like and whatever when you lose them, and unless that's how it is in America, I don't know. But essentially, there's a lot to talk about in here that we've actually not spoken about. If there's any things I haven't picked up on that you guys want me to make a video on, make sure to let me know down in the comments. But other than that, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and let me know your favorite point of this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.